The wait is finally over for the Maypen to Williamsville leg of the Southern Coastal Highway, which was officially opened by the Prime Minister of Jamaica just a few hours ago. Hi again and welcome. This is Links 007 TV News Report, and we'll have the exclusive details of this to come.
Everybody's ready? You know my countdown is a million. Alright, 1 million!
Welcome to Links 007 TV News Report, providing you with the best in local and international news updates. This is a place where you can get the most reliable and informative news information. Links 007 TV News Report. Welcome back and thanks for joining us. This is Links 007 TV News Report. Motorists traveling on the Maypen to Williamsville leg of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project will not be required to pay any toll charges until December 31, 2023. This announcement was made by the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Most Right Honorable Andrew Holness, during the opening ceremony for the segment on the roadway on Thursday, September 14. The project, which connects the parishes of Clarendon and Manchester, was opened to the public at 4 p.m. on Thursday, September 14. The 23-kilometer four-lane highway represents Part A of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project and was initially started back in 2019. Mr. Honey said over the forthcoming weeks, he will be opening the Old Harbour view of the Albion leg of the project in southeastern Jamaica.
Morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Talia, for your mastery of the ceremony. Allow me to acknowledge the Most Honorable Juliet Holness, the Honorable Everard Warmington, Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, and the man who holds the fort for me whilst I do prime ministerial duties when I'm not able to be directly involved in the work of the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. Minister Vaz made sure to find his way on the program. And rightfully so, because this is not just about infrastructure, it's also about what the infrastructure will be used for, transportation. And he did a very good job, I thought, of making the link between infrastructure and how we use the infrastructure in transportation, and managed to slip in the buses that I'm sure Michael Phillips will be very happy for and cannot find any doom and gloom around. That the buses have made the lives of Jamaicans easier. Let me acknowledge our other cabinet ministers who are here in support. The Honorable Dr. Audrey Sewell, our newly minted cabinet secretary, former permanent secretary in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, and she had to be here. The project started under her supervision. And let me also acknowledge our newly minted permanent secretary in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Mrs. Arlene Williams. Allow me to acknowledge the Honorable William Shaguri, Custos Rotulorum for the parish of Clarendon, His Worship the Mayor, Councillor Winston Maraj, Chairman of the Clarendon Municipal Corporation, and all the other councillors and councillor caretakers who are here. Allow me to acknowledge Mr. Andre Nelson, Chairman of the Board of Directors, and other members of NROC who are here, who have worked very hard in ensuring that the project comes off. The project was well done. And again, I think we should say thanks to Mr. Stephen Edwards, who took over the project closer to the end, carried it through, made sure the project was well done. Mr. Hao Zhangjiang, Deputy General Manager of China Harbor Engineering Company, Americas Division. I want to say thanks to our China Harbor partners who have worked very hard and very well in ensuring that the highway is completed up to standard and within the budget approved. Let me acknowledge other executive heads of agencies and members of the private sector who are here, other stakeholders, members of the project team, representatives of the media. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a good morning for Jamaica. I am delighted to be with you this morning to officially open the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, Maypen to Williamsfield leg. I know that those of you who commute back and forth regularly between Kingston and Mandeville are particularly pleased that the highway is finally completed and open today. The government of Jamaica contracted China Harbor Engineering Company Limited for Part A, this part, of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, and we have called Part A the section from Maypen to Williamsfield. We negotiated a design and build contract with an original contract sum of $188 million US. However, due to expansion of scope of works, I know some people are going to take that and say overruns. That's not the case. Right? Mikhail? I have to be very clear because these days there are those persons who deliberately take what you say and twist it and try to contort it into things that are not true. So let me say it again. However, due to the expansion of the scope of works, which happens naturally when you undertake these projects, stakeholders come to you and say, no, do this, add on this, change it this way. So what we plan is usually expanded because we are trying to accommodate our stakeholders. So we ended up creating a modern interchange to replace the roundabout that was there. We ended up having to relocate more utilities, and we have done some other changes, which included fixing up some roads that would have been disturbed, and even roads that were not disturbed. But we had to use it to ease traffic flow. So those things caused what we had originally scoped to be larger. It's not overrun. It's just an increase in the project scope. So we got more things for the value of the money that we spend. It is a pity that I have to go into these details to explain these things. It's a real pity. The project was funded by a loan from the government of China. And as I've said, the contractor is a Chinese company, China Harbor Engineering. I want to take this opportunity to dispel a quite unfortunate perception that is carried by some with interest, that somehow Jamaica is being overrun by Chinese interests. It may shock you to know that even with this loan from China, Jamaica's debt to China is approximately 4.5% of our total debt. Yes, what we owe to China is minuscule relative to what we owe to the rest of the world and international agencies. So unlike those who would want to create a false impression about Jamaica and our international development relationship with China, it is false. Jamaica has taken a strategic approach to develop its infrastructure, and we partner with those who want to help us, and we are willing to partner with all countries in the world that come genuinely to assist our development. And we are ensuring that when we partner with these countries, Jamaica gets the benefit. There is no Jamaican who can say that this road is not beneficial to them. Again, a pity that I have to address these falsehoods that people are vested in creating. But the only way to deal with falsehood is to tell the truth about them. Shed light on them. Ladies and gentlemen, in the past, traveling between Maypen and Mandeville, you would experience great challenges. I'm sure all of you here would have unpleasant recollections of being stuck behind a slow-moving truck on the porous road, or even worse, a disabled truck. Well, those days are gone. In the same way that nobody can have any finger to point on this project about corruption or inefficiency. So finally, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to officially open the Maypen to Williamsfield Highway. I am told that the various processes and negotiations with the toll operator are underway and that all should be in place to commence tolling by the end of November. However, the government has taken the decision to start tolling on December 31st, 2023. Users will be able to drive on the Maypen to Williamsfield leg of the highway without charge until the end of this calendar year. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to declare open the Williamsfield, the Maypen to Williamsfield leg of Highway 2000. God bless you and thank you.
one there, yeah? Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. Yeah, right, that's all.
We're not so old, man.
Jelly bean.
Yeah.
We call it jelly bean.
We're not so old.
Oh wow. Cheese butter? Which one? Yeah?
Who's that one?
Siobhan. Come here,
It's too late, we're not gonna get there.
You know, you know I want this. No, you can't mess with that.
Kimberly. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Rich.
Kimberly. Yeah, black here. Yeah, black here.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'm not there until Kimberly.
Rich.
Rich.
Richie, quick, Richie, come, Richie, 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 Richie. Come here.
No.
Look. Don't put your hand.
Say that way, Kim.
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, good.
Yeah. Sir.
All right.
Oh, sorry. China Harbor. We're waiting on China Harbor. Oh, see here, watch yourself, guys. Permanent. Huh? Where do you want to go? You want to go right there? This is just relaxing. This is what a bar cut is. Oh, what's up?
Alright, good. Alright, now we're going to have one with the Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation. And that's the Minister of Economic and Permanent Secretary. The Deputy Chairman of NROC.
Rich.
Alright, good. Alright, now we're going to ask.
Pull back your shoulder.
Alright, now we're going to ask MPs to join in. This is honest. This is going to be the cut now. This is right, you know why.
People come up so good.
Everybody ready? You know my countdown is a million. Alright, 1 million!
This has been Links 007 TV News Report. Thanks for watching.